it's always just band-aids, right? So I'd rather just come to someone like yourself and say, all right, you fit it, I'll buy it, and let's do it.
Yeah, cool. Because, look, to be honest, like, that's the thing, I suppose, is, swing weight for me, like, it's not everything, but it's close to, it's the effectively the feeling and of the club in your hand. And not only that, I find match that if you match that with the overall weight of the club as well, really can impact and change the way the swing direction and your club path, which is and your angle of attack, which is your consistency, right? So that's if you're and trying to match, like you match your path up with your swing direction as well, so that you find that you're getting that ability to sort of strike it right all the time, and that if you miss with your club faces +2 or -3, you're left or right of the fairway, left or right of green. Not on a -4 with a -3 face, then you're 7 degrees left. You're in the shit, right? So that's what I kind of look for.
100%.
That's a good one.
That's closer.
What you miss? Do you usually play a fade or a draw? What's your preferred shot?
I'm trying to get to a fade again.
Okay.
So I got a lesson just a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
I'm working really hard on this push of the left leg.
Yeah.
I was stalling and closing it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see that. Like, if I can play that, perfect.
Yeah. I reckon at swing speed, you're about 4 weights too light. and like, I agree, like, if you want to play, so there's 2 things I see here, right, is that your path is too far left. Like, if it was -2, -1, it'd be like, or +1, +2, it'd be like, that's fine. But at that, like that 7.5 left, right, your arms and your hands are really dragging left, which is fine, but your path is also left. Your angle of attack's good, but see how you're getting like that leaning angle at 56?
Yeah.
You're probably losing 20 meters of distance.
Good.
Yeah, like 7-iron, you should be about 40 degrees.
Got ya.
Yeah, and that's what's sort of happening. So I bet, and not only that, it's spinning off the planet, right?
Yeah.
Because that left path. So it's because you're trying to hold that base open as well to get that cut.
Yeah.
But what we've got to try and do is get the path going so that you're not having to change your face by 4.5 degrees open, right, to try and get that cut left. Because what you're doing is you're actually just encouraging a shitload of spin in the ball.
Got ya.
To make it happen, rather than use like if you watch a really good pro, and if you look at their data, it actually tricks TrackMan, right?
Okay.
Because what they do is they hit in to out by 1 or 2 degrees with an open face and get a draw.
1 out with an open,
It doesn't make sense, but they hit it so clean that I guess the top spin of the ball actually sort of helps the ball. And that's why you see the pros, they get that real balloony draw, and then it kind of falls out of the sky and falls to the left.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit of gear effect.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Little hit there.
So much better.
In terms of alignment.
Yeah.
So looking at that swing direction.
Yeah, and club path. So club path is back to point -2.
2 good ones. 132. Should be handy.
Yeah. Path was a little left again. All right. So, yeah, okay. But the one before, I'll just show you, this is what happens, right? Why I like the one before. So if you come and have a look, so which was the one? That was it. See the spin rate? It dropped by nearly by 600 or 700 RPM. And, like your angle of attack's bang on, path's way better. You probably just didn't get that. Yeah, you got that little high on the face, but a little high on the face, and it still didn't spin off the planet. But the other thing too, see your dynamic lie is about 63. So that's good because that sort of tells you that that's matching, as you're coming through, it's matching the lie angle of the club, because roughly 7 irons between 61 and 63 degrees. And get that leaning angle down a bit, I think you'll find.
Love it.
So that's at D5. I even like you're at that's at D5 there now. I reckon you could even go nearly a little touch heavier again.
Bit skinny and open, but it was pretty good.
There we go.
It's the best one yet. And 3-3.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Pretty good too.
Yeah. Because what you find, if you can get that right, your consistency of strike's going to be far better as well. Yeah. I reckon that's the number,
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
Feels really good. And that's just
But the path's still a little bit left, but the consistency of the strike so much better.
I can feel the fade.
Yeah.
That felt better than the last one.
Yeah. I think, with the obviously the guy, that you're working with, he's trying to get you to really extend up, and that promotes that sort of left across.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see it. Like, I'm happy to manage that.
Yeah.
It's just me practicing a bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas I was getting like 20 left.
But I'll tell you now, like you do that now, right, with that, and shut the face a little bit on it and see what happens.
So now?
Yeah. That was a left.
It's a rope hook.
Yeah. How far?
Just
On the pull.
off the
Look at the path though.
Oh, yeah. Try and hit one out of the middle.
Yeah. Here we go. This is going to be probably and if you can do that, right, with a little bit more, see that base is slightly shut then, but look at the landing angle. Right, it's going to be so much better. Your path's better. You carry so much further.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sort of saying. And then what's the spin? Look at the spin rate.
Yeah.
And that's where your consistency will come from. So I think if you can, with your coach, just make sure that he's watching that path left. But, man, I think what it does is it gives you a feel of the club face so that you can then start to shut it or open it. Because with that left path like that, you just be real careful with holding the face open off, because that's when you get that real high spinny ones, right?
For sure.
Because you lose. Look how much distance you lose.
Yeah, 100%.
Because your swing speed's great.
Yeah, and that's what I was doing, right? I was sort of sliding, holding it to stop the hook.
Yeah.
And we talked about this the last lesson. He's like, you got to push and release it.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit more work on that.
Yeah.
That feels awesome.
So that's D7.
7.
So what we'll do is I want you to hit 5 bangers with that.
Thanks, man.
I already know what the problem's going to be. So funny. But now, and then has anyone ever told you about, potentially with your swing weights, how it works with progressive swing weighting?
A little bit.
So with progressive swing weighting, the way that the club works, the longer it is, you generate more inertia, right? The swing weight is a measurement from the butt to the bottom of the club.
So here.
Yeah. All right. So every club manufacturer goes, Billy wants D7, and they'll build every club to D7, right? But what happens is the longer you get, that swing weight guide for an extra 2 inches is the same weight. It generates more inertia, which is what you don't want.
Yeah.
Because it changes the characteristics of your path, your attack angle, right? And then it's the same then. And then you say you got shorter, right? You need to swing it harder to generate enough inertia.
Good.
So what we do, and this is a Dave technique, is you actually change the swing weight. So we build a swing weight around 6-7 iron, and then say you're D7, I'd look at building your 4 iron to D4.
Yeah.
And then we'd look at, say, your pitching wedge going to D9, if not E0.
Should cut.
We'll get you to give me one more. Yep.
And that feels like for me just leaving it so open.
Yeah, is it right?
Yeah.
But look at it. Look to do it. Look how much your spin is. You're playing in the wind, mate. That thing's gone.
Yeah, geez, that's high.
Yeah. Like at that, so when you're a little bit like at around that 115 mile an hour club head speed, you can afford to go a little bit lower spin rate. So I can tell you now what'll be the best, probably. So the Ventus 6X Black Plus.
Okay.
So this is their new tech that they've got, and it is sensational. What a lot of the pros were doing was going away from heavy shafts to light shafts.
To move it a bit more?
Yep, and go put like real heavy head weights in the heads to really be able to, and playing huge, like D7.
Really?
Yeah. So if you have a look, there's heaps of data on it. They've really, really started to really move it. So Ventus Plus is a hybrid of the two. So they're very similar in swing weight. Understood. Try that. Oh.
That was pretty cruisy, that swing. Look at that.
Like I said, and that's you want a fairway finder, right? Something that's easy to swing that finds the fairway. Especially with your swing speed like that, Billy. That's on a hard day, that's rolling out 280, 290.
That's different.
Oh, I reckon that one's going to be
peeler.
So that's not as much of a fade as that's more of a push.
Got ya.
But
open face.
Yeah, but look at it, and that's the thing. That's why it's not going like that and then going up high. Like even your leaning angle and your height's down as well. Look at your smash.
It's tidy.
Yeah, that's bang on. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Spin down.
Yeah. That's where I like for your swing speed, like between 20 like that. I wouldn't want it any lower.
Yep.
But I don't want it probably above 28, I reckon. Oh, mate.
That one. Should be straight.
There we go. So what promotes spin, something to be aware of, is that dynamic loft.
Yeah, mate.
So see down there, dynamic loft's about 13 degrees. So, that face is probably set up at 9, 2.6 up, dynamic loft is about 1 degree high, spins down. But if I go back to your last one, right, we're at 2.6 up, dynamic loft was at 17. Right, so your spin loft is huge.
Got ya.
Right, and that's why it spun up at 33 and went.
Got ya. What was that one? What do you want to see for dynamic loft?
Look, perfect world is the club face.
Yeah.
So if it's a 9 degree club face,
Yeah.
right, plus your attack angle
Okay.
equals dynamic loft. Perfect dynamic or good dynamic loft.
So let's say
So say for instance, so
9 degrees, is that right?
Yeah, so if you're 9, and you're hitting, say, angle of attack of 3,
Yep.
Yeah, you want it at 12.
Okay.
Ideally.
Makes sense.
And that gap, as it goes up, right, will create spin loft.
Got ya.
And have a look, though. So look at the dynamic loft and then the spin rate, right?
Yeah.
So even though you didn't get that, all because you got that out of the heel, like that works.
For sure. And that's, like I said, I think for me, when I try and give it a little, it goes a bit straighter. I like that.
Yeah.
Cut. That's what I'm after.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because what you can do, like what I can do with it too, is like, for instance, that was set pretty good, but outdoor, if you found that, it was falling out of the sky, wasn't spinning up enough, you can, or spinning too much, you can actually just change the net difference in the weights.
Healy. God, that works well.
Yeah.
Healy one.
Hate that.
Oh, mate. It's a bit low.
Only problem I have with, say, that one.
Yep.
Is I reckon when you're buggered, having a bad round, it won't be quite as easy to hit. It won't be as forgiving as the 6X.
Gotta move it.
Yeah. Like, cause they are stiff. Like really, like, and you've got to move it. Like, have a look at that one. Like, just as an argument's sake, right?
Yeah.
Like you know, that was Helias. It had a shut face. Like, that was, 4.5. It actually up just makes it that much harder to hit. Really does.
Yeah.
I just think you'll find the consistency won't be there. I think you probably could play that, and then you'll have one round with it, and it'll be like, holy shit, this thing's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you'll have an off day, and you'll struggle to hit it.
Yeah.
So generally, like, I usually find that you want to try, if you can, to really, like, having it a little bit lighter flex, especially in the Velocore, like, man, because you can get away with it. You should be trying to take advantage of it, like, you really should, yeah.
For sure. I don't think that one's it.
No, I don't reckon either. So there you go. So if you have a look, other than that one there, that one that you push to the right, which was the third one, you'd find that the grouping is actually tighter than the blue. So the blue was your original one.
Yep.
Right. It's probably not quite as long, but it's pretty tight. But a lot of it's left of the line, if you know what I mean. So, you're wanting to go more right. You obviously had that one that goes to the right there, spun up a bit. Your path was left. That's the one that the dynamic loft came up.
Yeah. Yeah. That was just a bad hit.
Yeah. And I reckon, like, you probably got away with it. Whereas, if you go to your blue one, your spin was down, your dynamic loft was down, swing direction was nearly bang on, right? And you still pulled it into the bunker, right? And that's where that rigidity, I think, and that, I suppose, consistency of the Velocore is just unmatched, I reckon. This is also what else you look for. So see here, ball speed was deviation of 2.7. Like, ball speed was nearly the same average with both shafts, right? So your original to your new to that black 6X.
Yep.
Right. Your spin rate. Look at this spin rate. The average spin rate was down by nearly 300 RPM on your current your current shaft. Your club pass nearly identical. Your ball speed, your carry is actually 5 meters longer.
There you go.
And you know what that'll be, though? It's a product of your smash factor, though. So I reckon 11.3, 3.1, landing angle 36. So it's a little bit lower. But yeah, I think personally that you'll find that, even though it's only small, but your deviations down the bottom here between the two, the only thing is that I reckon that this gets too high. That's already like probably as high as you want to go. I'd even like to see that around 30.
That's
the black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So landing angle. I don't really look at the height. It's the landing angle that I look for. As generally, you want to have driver. You want to, if driver sits between 20 and 30. Yeah. That's pretty much bang on.
Nice.
That'd be the only deterrent why I wouldn't put you in a blue.
Makes sense.
And the blue is softer. Driver, you want to be able to hit it in every condition. If you're feeling shit, if you're feeling good, it's, because it's one of those clubs in your bag. If it's off, you have a shit day, right? Like
100%. And even just, everything, right? Like distance, like everything's pointing towards that at the moment.
Yeah. I believe, I reckon you're going to, and not only that, like I said, too, once you glue it and you actually build it properly, this will even improve. Like, this will be way worse performing than your other one based on the fact that we've got these things in them.